We asked consumers with different backgrounds, including financial planners, actually, so as expert as you can get, about how they would close down debt in different scenarios. And when we gave people these scenarios, everybody did, or not everybody, but a lot of people did prefer to close a small account with a low APR rather than reduce a large account with a high APR. So rationally, you should always reduce or close what has the highest APR, your debt or your loan with the highest APR. But people preferred to close a loan with a low APR rather than reduce one with a high APR. And this was true of all different types of consumers until we got to the financial planners and asked the financial planners, okay, what should people do? And the financial planners said, well, they should reduce the debt with the high APR. We designed a simulated debt management game for the laboratory, and we brought participants in, and they had a portfolio of different debts, and they received salaries in this game that they could use to pay off the debts, and the goal of every participant was to end the game with the least amount of debt possible. And even though they, like all consumers, wanted to end the game with the least amount of debt, they too had this predilection to close accounts rather than reduce debts with high interest rates. And so we see this pattern of what we call debt account aversion. Well, certainly if consumers are allocating all of the money that they can to debt, then definitely the best thing to do is to always send that money towards the debt or the loan with the highest APR. Now, it is possible that being able to close these small debts is motivating. And so if consumers find themselves not allocating enough money from spending to debt repayment, then to get more excited about the debt repayment process, they may want to let themselves close those accounts, because it's better to pay down some debt than to pay down none. And so there's not the low-hanging fruit saying, close me, it'll feel great when you just pay me off. A couple of our studies looked at how to mitigate this problem, and a couple of different things did help. So if we consolidated some of participants' loans, they repaid debt more optimally. So it seems that these very small accounts are tempting. You can't help but want to just close it and be done with it. But if your debt is consolidated, then consumers do pay debt more rationally. Also, if interest is presented in terms of dollars instead of APR, it seems that hits consumers where it hurts when they understand what the dollar amount is that they are losing every cycle.